guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an organizational hack for dealing with our clear stamps. Now, I've seen Jennifer McGuire is who it was, and her organizational system is exceptional. It is wonderful. It is neat and clean and tidy. It is beautiful. Now, if I wanted the same system that she had, it would probably be very expensive for me. Or it would be more than I would want to spend on stamp storage. So I wanted to come up with something that was quite a bit cheaper, but still gave me a sense of having some sort of organization to my stamps. Now this is the base. This is not organized in any way, shape, or form. They're just stored at this point, but I wanted to show you how I was storing them, and then you can come up with your own system of organization. Now, these are sleeves that came from this. This is a photo album from the Dollar Tree. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get 24 stamp storage sleeves out of this $1 photo album from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to show you how. Let's put this aside. So at the moment, I have this stack of stamps that are still in the original packaging. I clearly have not used them. They're not out and available, easily accessible to use. So I'm going to use those to show you how to do this little hack that I came up with. So this Dollar Tree item has 24 pockets, 24 pages. There's a pocket on each side, one here and one on the back. So there's 48 altogether. Now they are bound in the center, but they're easily detachable. So we can just go ahead and pull the cover off. And you'll have this. Now, I mean, you can go ahead and stick your stamps in here, but if you have a lot, what I found is that it gets so fat so quickly that it's not really even usable. Like, it won't close. You can't stick it up somewhere, stick it in a container, because it's so big and so unmanageable that didn't really work for me. So what I ended up doing after I tore the cover off is go ahead and find the center again, which is this way. And there's a very easy to see plastic binding in the center that you can just cut with a pair of scissors. So now what you have is half books, and from there you can just easily pull those out. Now you're just tearing where it binds itself to the album. Like, you're not tearing anything about the pockets. The pockets are still 100% intact. You're just separating each page from whatever system this is that they were using to bind them together. Super easy. I'm going to go ahead and get these all detached, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have everything all taken apart, and I have all of the pockets separated. Now remember, these pockets have two sides, a front and a back side. So what you want to do is just get your pocket ready, and I have this Bo Bunny newsprint stamp here, and the way that I use these pockets is I just straightforward like slide it in that way, and there you have it. Now the back side can be used in several different ways. Now you can just grab the next stamp set, of course, and stick it in the back, but I don't tend to use the back that way, just because when I'm flipping through my stamps, I'm going fairly quickly and I'm just looking at one side. Now, of course, if you need both sides, if you want to stretch the pockets in that manner, then by all means, 2 stamp sets will fit just fine. But what I'm going to show you is several different ways that I will use the back side of these pockets. Now, this identifying card does not fit in here as is. So what I would tend to do is cut the identifying information off and slide it in the back. Now this tells me who the maker is, the name of the stamp set, how many stamps it is supposed to be, and that is enough information for me. Like, I don't tend to need that information regularly. I only need it if, like, I need to list the name of it in a video for you guys, or I want to reorder something or look for something similar. So I don't need to have that information accessible on the front side, and the back side is a perfect place for it for me. Now, another way that I would use the back of the pockets is if I have a set that is like this, that is a stamp and a die, because it does not fit in here as is. You would have to trim something off anyway. What I like to do is just keep the dies together and the stamps together. Pull this off. I'll take the dies, I'll slide them in the back, and the dies also have the identifying information as well. I know that this is a recollection stamp and die set called Coastal Village. So I'll put that on that side, and I will put the stamps on this side. I like to keep my stamp and die sets together just because this would be kind of random for me if I had it stored with the rest of my dies. I like to keep it with the thing that it goes with so I can use it as it's intended to be used. One more way I would use the back pocket is if I have two sets that are like this. I mean, these sets clearly go together. One is capital letters and the other is the lowercase version. So I would slide one in the front and the other in the back, and also the identifying card would go in the back as well. I mean, for me, for stamp sets that clearly are related, this is a good use for the back as well. Now see, it's a little tighter, obviously, with two full stamp sets in here, and these particular stamps are rather thick, but as you can see, it still fits, everything still fits just fine. Now the final way I might use the back side of these pockets is if I have a set that is like this. So it's very obviously too large or too tall to fit into this pocket. If I still want it to be in this particular organizational setup, what I will do is pull off one side of the acetate and find a place where I can trim the whole set down. And this is a great place. I'm just trimming the acetate. I'm not cutting into the stamps, of course. And so I have a half and half, or, you know, roughly half. Put that back where it was, trim off this other piece of acetate. Use that to back up the half that I cut off, and so I have something that looks like this. And so I get to keep this stamp set together and still use this organizational method, even though the set is a little taller than is ideal. Now, I've not seen bigger photo albums at the Dollar Tree, but certainly there are photo albums out there that could be purchased that are 5x7 or even 8x10 that might have bigger sleeves that are more useful for the larger stamp sets out there. Now, this is kind of the base of the organizational method for me. Obviously, you might want to label these, even color code them, put the maker on the front if that's your thing. I have not figured out a method that is perfect for me, but this is the good beginning to a method because it has the stamps easily accessible and easy to flip quickly through. Now I've had stamps in binders before and it just doesn't work for me because having to go pull it out, put it down, flip through it, you know, find what I'm looking for is not, it didn't work the most efficiently for my workflow. I find that if I can get something like this, you know, a piece of Tupperware, I can put the stamps in and just quickly flip through, get a good idea of what the stamp set is and if it's what I'm looking for. I find that as a method works really well for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little hack, and if you did, please leave a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Have a creative day. Bye bye.